Okay, let's get this started.
All right. Welcome to the 716 Sports Blizzard with your host, Robby Snyder, and co-host, Logan Toth. How you doing today, Robby?
I mean, other than the Sabres probably going to lose their 11th game in a row, I'm doing okay.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they're off to a rough start, against Montreal. But it is what it is, right? So
Yeah, true.
today we wanted to talk some Bandits. I know that.
Yeah.
Um, so let's start off with the first two games of the season. We're 2-0 to start. How are we feeling so far, buddy?
I mean, I mean, watching the first two games, it felt pretty good. To being coming off a championship and um starting the season 2-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the next game is um against um
Rochester, I think, right?
yeah, Rochester again, yeah. But this time
At
the
home.
it's at KeyBank Center.
Yep.
And it is banner raising time for them.
Second in a row. Really exciting stuff, right?
Yes, it is.
So we have some comments from Chris here. You want to go over them real quick before we get into some Bandits talk?
We can if you can pop them up, that'd be great.
Yeah. Sabres are losing 4-1.
Oh jeez.
11
Yeah.
games in a row incoming. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, here we go.
It's just rough, you know. Ugh. But
yeah, where's Chris Palme when you need him?
yeah, we need Chris Palme in here. Hopefully, he can get in here soon. But let's.
I mean, he cracks me up sometimes. I mean, just it's better to have a second NHL team right now if you.
True that, dude. Yeah. I wish the Coyotes were still around. Utah doesn't hit the same to me anymore.
True.
The Coyotes are my second team, and you know that.
Yeah, and I mean, going back to the Bandits, I mean they started off hot, so that's a good thing.
Oh, jeez. Hold on. It's 5-1 Canadians.
Oh boy, how much time left?
Robby, there's 10 minutes to go in the second period.
This is painful. Oh my goodness.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Well, at least we got the Bandits and the Bills to look forward to.
Yes. So Chris will be our Sabres score update guy for the night, I guess. Fine by me.
Yeah, that's fine by me too. Whatever.
Yeah. So let's talk some more Bandits because 2 wins against Rochester and Ottawa so far. Robby, who are some standouts for you through the first 2 games?
The great Dane Smith, the dog.
Dane the dog Smith, the great Dane. Yeah, he definitely has been a standout. I'm going to have to pull up the stats coming up here.
And in oh shoot, what's his name? I can't say it. Tahoka whatever.
Oh, Toth Nanacoke?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's playing very well. Let's take a look at Buffalo real quick. Buffalo Bandits. Let's go Bandits.
Yeah, true. Go Bandits.
So leading the team in points so far, Robby, get this: 20 points in 2 games for Dane Smith. 20 points.
Wow.
Yeah. Probably the most. I mean, that's just unbelievable. You know, like that's just crazy. 20 points, 2 games. He's got 5 goals. Our leading goal scorer, which might come as a surprise, is Ian McKay, who has 6 goals in 2 games so far. Oh, Robby is gone. Robby's back. What happened, dude?
I don't know.
It's okay. It happens. But I don't know if you heard me, but I was talking about Ian McKay.
Oh.
He's the team's leading goal scorer so far with 6 goals in 2 games. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah. How do you think about Ian McKay so far? Because he's more of he's a transition player. He's a defensive midfielder. He's a transition guy, and he's playing very well offensively. So what do we think about him so far?
I think he's doing good. For being a defenseman.
Yeah. Well, he's a transition player, so he plays a little bit of both. He plays a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense. But he's been fantastic so far. I mean, the fact that he has 6 goals leading the team is impressive. But his last game, I think the last game was against Ottawa, right? In Ottawa?
I think so. Oh, yes, it was.
Yeah. He went 5 for 5. He had 5 shots on goal and 5 goals. So 100% shooting percentage for Ian McKay last week.
Yeah, and this week the Bandits are on a bye,
Mm-hmm.
which I mean,
Fine by me.
Yeah, I don't understand those, but
yeah, I think it's needed for the players because they're not the players in the National Lacrosse League. They're not full-time players. They're all part-time players, and that means they don't. A lot of players who play professional lacrosse do not get paid enough to make a living. So that's why I think they get a little bit more leeway in terms of they'll get a fair amount of bye weeks throughout the year, you know, so they can have time to work and have time with their family and stuff. So it is unfortunate truth for a lot of lacrosse players, but
yeah,
that's how it goes. Go ahead.
And I mean, their next game is in a week from Saturday.
Yes, which is the home game that you mentioned.
Yes, and
Rochester.
And it's against Rochester, and like a group of us are gonna be there in person.
Yes, myself, Robby, and a couple of our friends will be at the Bandits game, and hopefully we can see some 716 Sports Blizzards fans there. Maybe we can see Chris Palme. Maybe we can see some cheerleaders, you know?
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I I already got one video, so
You're right. Maybe you can get another. You never know. But yeah, I mean, up to this point, Bandits have been off to a very hot start through 2 games, and I think, do you think that this is another year where we're going to win again? Do you think it's going to be 3-peat, Robby?
I mean, it could be a 3-peat.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like it's leaning that way. I mean, it just kind of feels like, man, this team is unstoppable. You know what I mean? Like, nobody can stop us.
True.
Granted, there are some teams that are playing well in the Western Conference, like Dane Doby, who has 13 goals in 2 games. Shout out to him for the Calgary Roughnecks. And then the Mammoth are playing well. And the San Diego Seals are normally a team to watch out for. So, especially on the West Coast. But yeah. Any other thoughts? Do you want to talk some Bills, or do you want to keep going Bandits? What are we thinking?
What do you think of what's his name? Matt Vince so far through 2 games.
I mean, great so far. Let's take a look at Matt Vince, because I want to see how old he is. Robert, do you know how old Matt Vince is?
I think he's in his 40s, maybe.
Yes. Robby, Matt Vince is 42 years old. He turned 42 in June. He's getting up there in age, but man, it's like there's no slowing down for this guy. I mean, the last 2 games, we've only given up 14 goals. I mean, we scored 15 in our game against Rochester. So,
yeah, and we scored 18 in our game against Ottawa.
Yes, 18 against Ottawa. And Matt Vince he just has to do enough. The defense playing well, goaltending playing well. It's just things are rolling right now. And I'm not I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not used to our team just rolling like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's just everything we're touching is just turning into gold.
True. Before we go into the Bills, do we have a score update?
Let's see if Chris is still with us. If not, I can provide a score update. Right now, I will provide us with the score update. It is, if I can pull it up here, still 5-1 Montreal. Jesus. Man.
Yeah. Did they end up pulling UPL yet, or?
Let me take a look. I'm not sure. No, he's still in there, dude.
Oh boy.
Ugh. That's rough. He's still in here, yeah. But Cousins is the only one that has scored for us, and Paterka and Power got the assist on it. But man, it's just can't really get anything consistent going, and it freaking stinks,
It does.
So, you want to talk some Bills?
That game last week was a fun game to watch.
Oh, watch this. Ready?
Oh.
Now we're blue for the Bills. You like it?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're blue for the Bills. So, Yeah, let's talk about that game against Detroit. Robby, what are your takeaways, man?
Well, the Detroit Lions look really good in those black uniforms. I like those a lot. For them.
Yeah.
And this week the Bills are gonna do a white pants and red jersey combination.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. What do you?
I mean, I'm excited for it too because the Bills and Patriots game was supposed to be on at 1 o'clock, but now it's flexed to 4:25.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to fully pay attention and watch the game and
yeah, which would be nice because then you can get home from work.
yeah.
Yeah. So you can watch the full game, which is nice. And I think the jerseys will look really nice. I'm excited to see how they look on an actual NFL field. It's the first time the Bills are using this jersey combination. And I've seen it in practice in the summer days, but we'll see how it is in the winter. Maybe a little bit chillier, not as much sunlight,
Yeah.
But it's a nice looking jersey from what I've seen. A nice jersey combo from what I've seen. But yeah, we'll talk about that Bills Lions game. So who were some standouts on offense for you, man? Outside of Josh Allen, who are your standouts?
One is Mac Hollins.
Oh, Mac Hollins. Okay.
And my second one would have to be Ray Davis.
Yes. Ray Davis scored a touchdown, and he made some nice plays, some hard nosed running. That's the type of player we need out of a running back because James Cook is a very good running back, but doesn't give you that north south style running. That hard nosed run that you get out of Ray Davis. James Cook is our home run hitter in a way. And Ray Davis does all the dirty work, but not to slight James Cook because James Cook has been excellent for us. But yeah, Ray Davis had a touchdown. Matt Collins only one catch, but he did have a return and a kick return that almost went the distance.
Yeah, he took it down to the 3-yard line because it was an onside kick.
Yep, on an onside kick. So Matt Collins proving that he is.
Which they shouldn't have called that anyways.
Huh?
Which they shouldn't have called an onside kick anyways because Buffalo was gonna do that and then score on the next play or two.
Right. I mean, it definitely
backfired.
Yeah, definitely weird, but it is what it is. Because regardless, Bills and then scored a touchdown. I think that was Davis who scored the touchdown after that, right? Was it Davis or was it Allen that ran it in? I don't remember.
Davis got the one after that onside kick.
Yep. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and Ray Davis has been very good for the team. So I guess some standouts I have. I thought obviously Josh Allen, excellent game. Ty Johnson, I thought he was very good. He's been kind of a talking point amongst the hardcore Bills fans. Kind of a third down running back. What do you think about Ty Johnson so far, Robby?
I would have to agree with you on Ty Johnson, I think.
Yeah. He's been that he's been a surprisingly great pickup for us. We picked him up last year. He played sparingly, but this year getting a little bit more playing time, and he actually surprisingly had a 115 receiving yards as a running back, which was top 5 in the league for the week. So impressive stuff from a running back. He's proven to be a dynamic receiving threat and somebody we can go to as our go-to receiving back. So is he someone that's impressed you so far, Robby?
I think so far he has. I mean, like seeing him perform the way he is. I mean,
are you a little afraid that he's gonna like fall off almost, or
no? I don't think he will. But
gotcha.
but we'll see what happens the next 3 weeks that we have left.
Yeah, we will have to see. But he has been a very good player for us so far. Also, score update. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's just we can't get out of our own way. Dang it! Come on.
Yeah, that's true. We can't get out of our own way for one, and then
It's just
yeah.
we freaking stink. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, but good thing we have Bandits to look forward to.
Yes, and so you want to talk some pregame heading into the Patriots game? How are you feeling?
I mean, Drake May. I mean, he looks pretty good.
Yes, I think he's been a bright spot for New England. And it'll be interesting. It'll be his first game in Buffalo. I am admittedly very excited to see how he plays against our defense. He's been a much better player than Jacoby Brissett has been this year. And, Drake May has very limited weapons, but he's making the most of them. And I think it'll be a test. It's probably his toughest test yet going against us. Because up to this point, he hasn't really faced any crazy good defenses outside of maybe he started against the Jets. He did not, but he still won. But yeah, I mean this is his biggest test yet up to this point. So he'll get 2 go-arounds because he'll be likely playing in the Week 18 game as well. But Drake May.
Yeah, week 18 we played them in Foxborough.
In New England, yes, that's true. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Yeah, but Drake May, I am expecting him to play well. I don't know how well he'll play, but normally we play well against young rookie quarterbacks. But I am expecting him to prove that he is a top 5 drafted quarterback. So,
but do you think Bobby Babich will line up things to send pressure, or do you think that they'll tone it down a little bit, but send pressure?
I think we're going to send more pressure than we normally do. But I don't think it's going to be like a crazy amount of pressure because we're not really a blitzing team, right? We are a very coverage oriented team. We are not a pass rush oriented team. And the way our team is organized and constructed, it plays to our strengths. Yeah, But I think we're going to send a little bit more pressure than normal. Maybe a couple blitzes in there. Maybe we'll see Terrell Bernard get a sack or something. You might see a corner off the edge come and get a sack, some unexpected things. But I think we're going to bring some pressure. I think we're going to play a little bit more aggressive than normal. But I think our defense is going to get the job done. I think, we're favored by 2 touchdowns, which is very generous. How do you feel about that? We're favored by 14 points, the Vegas odds.
Well, I think Buffalo or New England can cover that.
Do you think New England can cover that spread? I think it's possible too. We talked about it a bit earlier. I don't know if you were there, but at the table we talked a little bit about it. I wouldn't be shocked if it was like an 11-point game. New England covered the spread. But I do expect us to win by multiple scores. And I think we're going to take care of business and secure another victory. How do you feel?
I think that's going to be possible.
Yeah, I agree. So who are we looking to break out in this upcoming game? Anyone you're looking forward to seeing play against New England?
Well, I forgot to mention Dawson Knox.
Yeah, you've always been a Dawson Knox guy. He had a nice one-handed catch against Detroit, didn't he?
Yes. And I think like him and Kincaid, but like they haven't been using Knox a lot.
No, not much. Not much at all. But
because I think Knox is the number 2 and Kincaid is the number 1.
Yeah, Kincaid's the number 1 tight end, meaning Knox unfortunately gets taken down the depth chart a little bit, but sometimes that's just how it goes,
And then they have a fullback and they have a fullback spot, but they don't use a fullback.
Yeah, and you talked about that earlier. Reggie Gilliam is listed as a fullback, but he has not been used much, if at all. He's more of like a full tight end we have on the roster rather than a fullback.
Or like an extra blocker kind of thing.
Yeah.
For the run game.
Because to be honest, I'm going to search up his stats before we go off the air. I don't think he has a catch all year. I don't think he's done anything. Yeah, Robby, he doesn't have a single catch all year, or a single carry for that matter. And last year he only had 1 carry. So clearly Reggie Gilliam's being phased out of the lineup. I mean, there's just nothing for him really to do. It's not a bad thing to have an extra blocker, I guess, but kind of a waste of a roster spot.
And per reports, Michael Penix Jr. is going to start for the Falcons.
Yes. So what do you think about that? Kirk Cousins is benched.
Has been named the Falcons starting quarterback moving forward.
Yeah. So Kirk Cousins benched. He has not been playing very well, unfortunately, and I'm interested to see if Michael Penix can come in and bring a spark to the Falcons. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't see why not, since I don't think they're even close to making playoffs.
They are. The only reason they are is because the NFC South is not a very good division. They're only one win away from winning that division. Tampa Bay has taken the top spot in the NFC South. But so the Falcons still have a chance. I think why not give Michael Penix some room to grow in the last three games.
Yeah, see what he can do.
Yeah. So that's gonna do it for me. Unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
Well, in the future you can check me out on Instagram at someone6blizzard and on X, same handle, same username. Go Bills, go Bandits. I don't want to say it, but go Sabres too.
Have a good night, everybody. And Chris Palme just joined us as soon as we're about to go off air. But thanks for tuning in, everybody.
What did he say? Did he leave a comment?
He just said hi.
Oh, there he is.
That's okay, Chris. Good night, everybody. Have a good rest of your night.
Give him a hand heart, would you? Because I can't. There you go.
Good night, everybody. Have a good night.
Chris.